We're here with Commissioner MaggieHartStebbins, right?
Yes.
There you go. And well, first of all, how long have you been a commissioner?
I've been a commissioner for about 9 months now.
So a little newbie.
I am brand new.
And what brought you to actually run for office and think that this was a smart move for you?
Well, I haven't run for office yet. I was appointed. The lady who was elected in 2008 went off to Washington, and so there was a vacancy. And I applied for the vacancy, and the governor chose me for the appointment. So
he said, "You are the commissioner." There you go. Well, and so far, how do you like what you're doing?
I love what I'm doing. I absolutely love it. Bernco County has an amazing staff, an incredibly broad reach of what we can do. So in terms of economic development, in terms of social services, in terms of environmental impact, I mean, there's just a lot of material in terms of healthcare. So there are a lot of interesting, very meaty issues that we deal with every day.
Well, and that leads me to the next question. What do you do?
Every day I go into the office and I meet with constituents, both in the office and outside the office. I meet with people in the community who are either business people, running nonprofits, just people who want to talk to me about what they're doing, what they want the county to do. So I spend a lot of time meeting with people. I spend a lot of time doing research on what we can do, looking at what other states are doing, what cities are doing. I study the proposals that our staff brings to us and figure out the right direction to go.
What do you think you bring to the commission from any future experience?
Well,
I mean, not future experience, past experience. It's getting late in the day, isn't it? From your past experience, what do you think?
What do I bring? Well, first of all, I grew up in District 3. I hate to admit how old I am, but I've lived there for more than 40 years. And so I know the neighborhoods. I know a lot of the people who are out there working.
You look great for 39.
Thank you. I feel great for 39. But I also have done a lot of work in public policy, first at the federal level, then at the state level, and I bring a lot of that experience, sort of understanding the issues, and not only that, but the network of people who also understand the issues, who are out there in the community dealing with some of this stuff. And so when I came on the commission, I could just right away sort of turn to them for understanding about things like economic development. What's going to work? What do we need here? Healthcare, domestic violence, some of the issues that we deal with, public safety that we deal with at the county. So I've worked in a lot of those fields and kind of was able to have an impact right away.
Well, in your opinion, what brought us here today at Increment 1? Because, this is really, I've said this before in like different interviews, but it's such a progressive thinking, and it's kind of, it's bigger than the city, kind of.
Yeah.
And the county, and I'm so excited about it. But
I can tell.
But it's nice to see the commission and the people that are doing this. They're even more excited than I am about it.
We are really excited about this. And I'll tell you the history. When I came on the commission, Bernco County has had a significant role in bringing jobs to Albuquerque. But we've always done it through industrial revenue bonds, sometimes specific sort of financial incentives. But that's always been focused on bringing companies in from outside, trying to get big employers to move here. And so we would hear back from the community, well, if you've got $1 million to spend on company X,
give it to me.
Exactly. Why can't you?
Right.
We've been here. We live here. We've already made an investment here. Why can't you do something for us? And so we started thinking about that. Well, what do you do, to help local business? Because in the long run, the jobs are going to stay here. You can create a job here at the local level with people from the community. They're not going to suddenly move out of state when the incentive disappears.
Well, and they're loyal. Like they become loyal. When you're helping them and you're giving them that step up, they're going to stay loyal to Albuquerque because most of the businesses that are local are people like myself that came here and started a business because it's a great breeding ground. for business.
And we need to be loyal to you too. You have already put your time, your effort, your investment to come here. And we need to recognize that and see what we can do to help you grow and stay here.
But also, what I really like is that there is going to be incentives for people that were already here. Not just for guys like me, but people that grew up here, went to high school, are really bonded to their community, and they're thinking about a building business, and every business starts out small, and I'm so glad that you guys are really initiating that. And so, what do you think the future is for Bernalillo County and Albuquerque too, since Albuquerque is part of it?
I think that we have incredible resources here. We've got a great quality of life. We've got
it's sunny every day.
It is gorgeous every day. And most days it's warm. But we've got Kirtland Air Force Base. We just have resources. We've got an incredibly creative culture here. And these are just, these are qualities that are part of our community. How do we build on that? And so I think we're looking at different options. We discussed a couple of our initiatives here about, creating a loan fund within the county to reach out and give people access to capital that they may not already have. We're looking at what kind of services can we provide. For example, for some of that technology transfer, is there a gap that's causing people who have great ideas that spin off technology from the labs to bring that to market so they can actually create a consumer product that they can go out and sell. And so we're looking at the gaps, and that's why we're here listening. That's why we've been out listening to people in the community saying, what do you need?
How do you see new media, internet, social media, and that type of stuff that's going to help, the commission benefit and also help to benefit small business in the future?
Well, I don't know, by new media, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but in terms of the really cutting edge.
Well, the internet and also utilizing streaming video and things like that.
Well, that is one of in terms of infrastructure, when we've been out talking to people in this community, people who are in fields such as yours, they need great internet access. And right now it's only available in a couple places. Mesa del Sol, you have it here, but there are people who might want to move here, build a business here, but they don't have those internet access, those resources. And so we're looking, is that something Bernalillo County can invest in? Is there some way that we can?
Yes, you can.
Take that into, because I look at what's going on the internet, how people are working nowadays, and you don't really need an office in a lot of cases. Nope. You're computing in the cloud, you're doing your business, you can do it from a restaurant. So what are the resources that are really important to that future economy? And that's what we're trying to...
Well, and cloud computing is literally the future of business. And, I was so happy to hear you say on a cloud, because not too many people are even hip enough or know enough. I'm just totally
I'll give you an
flirting
example.
with you. So.
Recently, I had to, buy some new software for my computer. I didn't even have to go to a store and buy a disc.
No?
I just downloaded it. I paid for it online. I'm like, wow.
Well, and Google apps and companies like Google are leading the charge, where you don't even have to buy the software anymore. Yeah. You can just go online and you have a membership for $20 a month or whatever, and you have access to Excel, Word, whatever.
Yeah, for a lot of you don't even need a membership.
Right.
You just
do it. So.
And so I think we need to be looking. There's always going to be an economy for tangible things. There's always going to be a service economy, but we also see the future. That a lot of it is no longer talking about hard goods, manufacturing. It's the idea, the creative economy, and we really want to build on that.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm so thankful that you're leading the charge here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.